Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Instant Replay. I'm your host, Dave Garner. We thank you for joining us right here on FYNTV.com as we take you through the next hour of local sports here. And again, we are highlighting and promoting local student athletes in a positive way. That's what we're all about. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us. Our phone number is always 706-889-9700. And our email, if you have any information you'd like to email to us, let us know how your team or your son or daughter, grandson, grandchild is doing at the next level, then please let us know. You can email us at teamfynsports@fetchanews.com. We've got Josh behind the glass today, and as always, Luther Kinsey joining us as well. A busy weekend for sports all around. Of course, college football cranking up. Big win for Georgia over South Carolina on Saturday. Also, the Braves open up the week with a 4.5 game lead in the East. And, of course, we have our coaches shows all week long right here on FYN TV. We've, of course, got Union County on Monday nights, the Pickens Power half hour Dragon Talk on Tuesday nights. We've got Fannin on Wednesdays and the Bobcat show on Thursday nights for Gilmer. So a lot going on this week. And speaking of Luther, I know it was a busy Friday night. We're about to run down some scores, but a lot of stuff going on there. And how was your weekend?
Whoo!
That's all you can say. I mean,
I'm telling you, from weather delays Friday night, making games that are over by 10, over at almost midnight, specifically for me up at Gilmer. Made it a late night. Saturday was packed full of just, trying to keep up and catch up with, with articles, because unfortunately, I'm not able to cover softball and volleyball, things of that nature. So Saturday was a lot of research, trying to get scores and highlights and emailing coaches and talking to coaches and all that. So it was a fun-filled, busy weekend.
3 weather delays Friday night for Gilmer, I think, in Lumpkin.
Yes, sir. 3. We had one at halftime, one at 6:44 in the fourth quarter, and the second one 2 minutes later at 4:04 in the fourth quarter. 30 minutes each. So we were an hour and a half, worth of delays there. But being a region ball game, you've got to play it to completion. So if we'd have had 6 more and it'd been 3 o'clock in the morning, we'd have just been there at 3 o'clock.
There's something going on with the weather too, because there were delays yesterday during some of the NFL games. It was just crazy that the Dolphin Titan game started at 1, didn't end until close to 8 o'clock because of the weather delays there. But there's just it seemed to be a theme, over the weekend. Friday night, several games affected by the weather, some lightning delays all up and down the highway. So fortunately, we got everything in though, and so that's the main thing. We don't have to worry about trying to make up games this, that, and that always causes a mess.
Right.
So,
well, and myself and yourself being older than Josh over here, he may not be too familiar with the Farmer's Almanac, but they're predicting a colder, wetter winter, so we may have more of these coming up.
You never know. And I wouldn't underestimate Josh. I think he's got the knowledge, man. He's a young guy, but he's got the knowledge. So
he's still wet behind the ears, aren't you, Josh?
I'm good.
He's good. Okay.
He's good. A man of many words this morning. But no, I know we're live Monday mornings right here at 10 a.m. on FYNTV.com. We thank you guys for being with us. And I can already feel the weather changing. My voice, my throat's a little scratchy this morning. Got my apple juice close by. That's the only thing that ever feels good when you have a sore throat. For me, it's like I got to have apple juice. Got to chew on a little bit of gum there, so hopefully we'll be able to make it through there. But we do have Luther be joining us in front of the glass here a little bit later on. In segment 2 today, we're going to be joined in studio by our very own BKP, who has some insight into Friday night's Fannin Union game for us, plus some reaction from both coaches. That, of course, coming up in our next segment. But first things first, let's go ahead and run down the rundown of games from Friday night and take a look at some scores. First off, Gilmer hosted Lumpkin, and a good ball game. It went back and forth. Gilmer actually had an early lead in this game. We all know how much the Bobcats have struggled. Lumpkin County coming in with a couple of wins on the season, but they do. Lumpkin does come out of Huff Moses Stadium on Friday night with a 23-13 win, despite those weather delays that Luther was talking about. Big win for Lumpkin to even up their record. Gilmer, their woes continue, but a lot of positives in that game. We'll talk about that later on. How about Pickens? The Dragons remain unbeaten as they beat White County 42-35. The Warriors with a comeback, scored late. Onside kick attempt fell short. Dragons able to hang on to that win. Big win for Pickens as they continue not only their homestand, but also their stretch of non-region games, and that'll continue again this week. Dawson County big over West Hall. I tell you what, the Tigers, man, are balling right now. Coach Sid Maxwell has Dawson County playing very well. Towns County with a big win over Andrews on Friday night. We talked about Towns kind of a changing of the guard, so to speak, and I think we even said it last week with Luther. This is not your granddad's Towns County team anymore, but Towns with the win over Andrews 21-19. Union County all over Fannin on Friday night. Union 49, Fannin 7. The Rebels were looking to guard their ground a little bit, but unable to do so. Union County with a big attack through the air, particularly. We'll have more again. BKP will have more on that ball game for you here in segment 2. And Murray County Schools, Murray falling to Lakeview Fort Oglethorpe, LFO 35-9. However, North Murray getting the win over Ringgold 14-7, so mixed results in Murray County on Friday night. But the big story really in our viewing area came across state lines in North Carolina, where the Murphy Bulldogs were hosting the North Georgia Falcons, which of course is the homeschool program that's been around now for quite some time. Murphy all over North Georgia 42-0, but this game was actually called at halftime due to a nearby shooting. And with more on that, Luther, I know you and I were talking before we came on the air here this morning. Obviously a big story that happened over the weekend there. Tell us a little bit more about that real quick.
Well, it's my understanding right at halftime, the teams were in the locker rooms from what I'm hearing, but less than a mile away at a convenience store, and I don't have the name of that right off, there was a shooting. Suspect fired upon the victim. Fled on foot per witnesses, and he fled toward the stadium. So the officers arrived on scene, immediately called the school resource officers and the school staff. They evacuated the stadium and canceled the game at halftime, which did make it a complete game. And everybody got out safe at the school. There was no injuries or harm done to any student, fan, or staff there. The suspect was captured about 11 o'clock after a small standoff. And unfortunately, the victim was rushed to Erlanger Murphy Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. But that's the only casualty in there. Prayers for his family. If anyone from up there is watching and knows, please let them know that we are thinking about them. Don't know the situation of the shooting other than the fact that it did happen in the parking lot. And like I said, the suspect was called around 11 o'clock after a small standoff. So prayers for everyone up there. I mean, the fear running through the teams, the coaches, the fans, cheerleaders, staff, and I mean everyone involved has to be just beyond. It is beyond anything I can comprehend.
Right. Yeah.
Never going through anything like that, but it was a complete game. North Georgia Falcons made it back to Canton, Georgia safely. But 42-0 final. Like I said, and then the victim did pass away from the gunshot wound that he suffered. So. And
the convenience store was reportedly less than a mile from the stadium, from the high school stadium. So once he fled, witnesses said he fled towards the stadium. They immediately, as you said, they contacted the officials there, locked down the stadium, got everybody out of there, evacuated, and that was basically the end
and
of
a
that.
Big shout out to all the law enforcement officers involved.
No doubt.
I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make it to a Murphy home game, but with their tradition, I'm sure the stands were packed. That's a mass evacuation in my opinion, and from what I'm understanding and hearing from sources, everything went smooth and calmly, and it was just handled with perfect execution, and big shout out to all law enforcement agencies and school staff. They played a big role in this too, and just again, prayers for the family.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, again, football becomes secondary in that situation. But a lot of games, of course, going on Friday night. And we're going to talk later in this hour about the upcoming matchups this week and kind of focus ahead. And we're also going to touch on some high school softball and volleyball as well in our third segment here. But coming up in our next segment, we will be joined by BKP, who will be talking a little bit about that Fannin Union matchup from Friday night. And that'll be an interesting chat that right there. And, of course, a lot of youth football going on over the weekend. A lot of things. It's a very busy time of year, as we all know. We appreciate you guys being with us. This is the instant replay right here on FYNTV.com. We thank you once again for joining us. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we return, BKP in studio, all that and much more straight ahead. Stay with us.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Days ahead. It's Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and we're giving you a payload of savings. Now save up to $13,000 off new Silverado Crew Cab LT, and with Days Payment Vacation, make no payments for 90 days. Or save up to $7,400 off new 2018 Chevy Equinox. It's Truck Month in the mountains. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper today, the North Georgia Mountains #1 volume Chevy dealer.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Back now with the instant replay right here on FYNTV.com, joined in studio now by BKP, who has some insights into some of the action going on around North Georgia on the high school gridiron and more from our Team FYN Sports Game of the Week, which of course on Friday night was Fannin against Union, and this game has become quite the rivalry. Obviously, it's a border war. I know that both teams are, they've been in different classes and things over the years, but it's a big game between these two, and there's always a lot of things going on when these two meet, it seems like, over the last several years.
Well, Team FYN Sports, Dave, thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the show, Team FYN Sports. And I asked to come on this morning because we do a game of the week, and that's where I go. I go and pick a matchup every week, go watch it. And getting into region play, and one of the reasons I wanted to come on now is getting into region play. We have one more week. Okay, there's one more non-region week of play to where these coaches and these teams get to try something else, get to make all the adjustments.
Right.
Coaches, love all the coaches out there, but they'll always tell you that they're not pulling anybody out and putting new people in. But this is the time I'll take it on my own to say that, there's maybe some personnel, maybe some position adjustments. Okay?
Sure, absolutely.
And that's, and that's the best thing about non-region, and that's where they're at this Friday night. This Friday night is the last week to do a little shuffling around.
Final tune-up.
That's it. That's it. And that being said, I've gone to several games, and I want to highlight the Fannin Union game before I close here. But I want to look at. I wish I will be down Friday night at Pickens. Pickens Dragons will be hosting Chamblee. Friday night, I'm going to be down there. That's going to be our Team FYN Sports Game of the Week. But I kindly wish I would have went down to see the White County Warriors play the Pickens Dragons. It looks like both teams, love you coaches out there, but it looks like both teams left the defense at home.
Right, yeah.
Okay? Looks like a little bit of the defense stayed home, guys, and that's just the bottom line because according to the score, that score ended. What was the end of that score?
42-35.
42-35. I think you're right there. But here's the highlight I want to take is Pickens obviously has a strong team, but I went and watched Lumpkin play White County 2 weeks ago. All right, and White County beat Lumpkin. They're a Region 4, 4A Region 7 team, and they beat Lumpkin 40-7. And White County is a young team, and you better pay attention to White County because Pickens is strong. And that's why I wanted to bring that up because I watched them play a couple weeks ago. Pickens is fielding a very strong team. It's good to see the play that coach is getting out of C.J. Stryker, and I can't wait to see all the Dragons this Friday night. But I wanted to highlight two things: that Lumpkin is not that weak. They don't have a W, but they're not that weak. They're a smash mouth team. They're not an easy team to beat.
Yeah. White
County, watch for them. Young team, 4A, played very well against Pickens the other night. Pay attention to White County Warriors.
Yeah, no doubt.
Second, one more thing on a high note, and I know Luther's going to have more to say about this, is Gilmer Bobcats played Lumpkin Friday night. They lost, but the way they played Lumpkin and the way they kept it together, and Luther will highlight more of that, he was at the game, says to me that Gilmer is making the turn in the program. They are making the turn. There's some positives there. Now, I will say out of the first 4 region games, they should have made the turn with a win. Now, I just got to be candid about that.
Sure.
One of the 4 non-region games should have turned with a win. They haven't done that. They have this Friday night coming up, non-region, before region play. But I wanted to bring that up because I've watched Lumpkin play, and I know how close the game stayed with Gilmer. Just to say to the Gilmer Bobcat fans, I think the program has made a turn. Really has.
Right, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to just keep.
No, I think that this past Friday night was evidence of that. But yeah.
Now, Union County, Fannin County. First of all, when coaches in high school football prepare all week, and then I think Thursday, you get a note from the principal saying 3 starters are not going to be there Friday night because they have been suspended or in school suspension or whatever and cannot play. High school coaches have a tough time when they've run all week long with 3 starters, and all of a sudden, Wednesday night or Thursday afternoon, they get a note, you have 3 players that are not playing. It showed up. First of all, let me have the picture of Union and Fannin, the defense picture, the group picture. Okay, we can't see this over here, but you can see this at home. This is a handoff. This is in the beginning of the game. Holloway's handing off there. Look at that Panthers defense, folks. That was all night long. Dave, how many years have you been calling football? Tell me there's the games that you know right from the kickoff.
Yeah.
Right from the kickoff, the tone was set.
It's definitely been a few of those over 20-something years.
Tone was set from the kickoff, from the very minute, Dave, that Union Panthers kicked off to the Fannin Rebels. You stood on the sideline. You said, "Oh no, it's going to be a night."
Right.
And that's exactly what they did. Panthers defense was tenacious. Now, if you're Coach Brian Allison with the Union Panthers, you go out to win football games. I mean, you go out on Friday night to win football games. Now, if you are aware that there's 3 players not going to be on the team Friday night and a couple injuries, you're going to come after it and you're going to go after those holes all night long, and that's what he did. Let's put up this young man doesn't talk a lot. You know, some of these high school football players, they're not going to do a big interview, but still yet I go over and try to find these guys. This is Pearson Allison. Yes, exactly. The coincidence is Brian Allison, head coach. This is his son, Pearson Allison. This is his son. 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns in 3 quarters. I think.
Unbelievable.
I think 2.5. 3 passing touchdowns, 3 in the air. 2 on the ground, and 3 in the air, 2 on the ground, and one of them for 53 yards. and the kid could have kept doing it all night. Let's go ahead. I caught up with him. He doesn't talk a lot, but let's play Pierce Allison, that video real quick of my interview with him. Pearson Allison, number 17, quarterback here at Union Panthers. Congratulations, 5 touchdowns on the night, right? 3 passing, 2 rushing.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about their defense and how well things are starting to click on your guys' side of the offense.
I just think that we have a bunch of confidence, and I think that we know that we can drive it on almost anyone.
Okay, how about some of these passes and your decision to run, rushing, and your receivers? Is that all just starting to come into sync for you?
Yes, sir. The scrambling is just instinct, and just trying to make a play out of it.
All right, congratulations again. 5 touchdowns, 3 in the air. One was for 53, I think. What were the other 2?
One was for like 5, and I'm not sure what the other one was.
Again, congratulations. Thanks, Pearson.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's put up the picture of Coach Chad Cheatham of the Fan, and we can't see that close. Maybe you can. I don't have my glasses on.
I'm blind too, so probably not.
So you can see that at home. If you see that, that is a face-to-face meeting, a very firm. Now, I don't know what was being said there, okay, but that is a very firm face-to-face meeting with the head coach of Fan and Rebels, Chad Cheatham, and the head coach of the Union Panthers, Brian Allison. And Allison's not happy, and I'll tell you why. I know he's got a 49-7 win, and that's a face-to-face. I tell you what, I don't think that was a pleasant interaction, but in fairness to the coaches, I don't know what was said. I was pretty close, but I do know after that, I always interview Coach Allison. He's a great guy. He's great to the media, but he told me to walk away for a minute before he was ready to talk. And I had to wait, and then finally he come up. I waited to the side, Dave. I said, okay. I said, hey, Coach, you got a minute? Brian, you need to wait. You need to wait. Okay?
Right, yeah.
Yes, sir. No problem. Yeah. So I walked over. I was like, I don't know what he's going to do. So after he's over there, because he said, I don't want to say what he said. Maybe it should be off the record, okay? Maybe
he would probably appreciate that.
All right, let's leave it
up.
But then he said, then he came over and he did the interview. Let's play Brian Allison's interview so I can wrap this up for Dave here and get it out of the way. This is head coach of the Union Panthers. Coach Allison, you get your 3rd win of the year. It's win 101. Last week up in Towns County, you told the team that you did not prepare them really for that game with that big win. But tonight you told the team the first half is about as close to a flawless half that you guys have had. You're very satisfied with the team. Pierce 5 touchdowns, 3 passing, 2 rushing, 7 touchdowns on the night. Talk about this win.
Well, what we talked about last Friday night was coming out and preparing to win. And this past week's the best week of practice we've had all season. And so I think it paid off for us. Our kids came out and they played hard and did what they were supposed to do.
What did you guys see early on? You had a game plan of putting the tenacious pressure on defense. You went after these guys early on defense. Obviously, you moved the ball. You were picking their defense apart. But on your defense, tell us a little bit about the way these guys played.
Well, it's just we did what we do, and that's what we did against going back to Eastall and going back to Habersham, and we just felt like we needed to put pressure. The Holloway kid was too dangerous if he could sit in the pocket and not get any pressure on him. So we decided to come with some 4, 5, and 6 man blitzes and get it done.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, folks, Fannin County has Chastity. Fannin County has Chastity coming to town this Friday night, and they will Chastity. They match up against Chastity. Now, Fannin County is 1-2. Okay, 1-2. Win to Gilmer, lost to Lafayette, lost to Union. Now Chastity's coming to town. They need to go into region play at least 2-2. They stand a good chance. Union County travels down to take on Monticello. They are 3-0, and after Friday night seed. But now the other thing we want to remind everybody, Union County is playing down. They were Region 3A last year. They're playing 2A. So this Friday night I'll be down at Pickens. But, I'll tell you what, that game the other night. Now, let me say this. I want to double end with this. Fannin County had 3 players that got suspended. okay? There was a press release that was sent out to all the parents and students. I'm not going to go into the kids' names or what happened because I'm going to tell you, I think you know out there, 3 players got suspended. Coach Chad Cheatham needs to have his entire team on the field on Friday nights, but he needs to have them on the field Monday through Thursday, working out with the team. Coach, I wish you well. I know you had to make some adjustments between the suspensions and between the injuries, and there is definitely a different atmosphere. There's a different atmosphere on that Fannin Rebels football team that is positive that the scoreboard's not reflecting right now. Dave, thanks for having me on.
No problem. Sounds good. Again, that is our FYN TV game of the week. This week is the Chamblee Bulldogs and the Pickens Dragons. BKP will be there, and we're looking forward to it. We'll have that one, of course, for you next week right here on the program. We're going to go ahead and take a time out. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more high school softball and volleyball, and we'll preview where everyone's going to be at this week on the high school gridiron. All that and much more still straight ahead on this week's edition of the Instant Replay. Stay with us.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Days ahead. It's Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and we're giving you a payload of savings. Now save up to $13,000 off new Silverado Crew Cab LT, and with Days Payment Vacation, make no payments for 90 days. Or save up to $7,400 off new 2018 Chevy Equinox. It's Truck Month in the mountains. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper today, the North Georgia Mountains #1 volume Chevy dealer.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
And we welcome you back here to the instant replay right here on FYNTV.com. Joined now in studio by Luther Kinsey, and talking a little bit. We're taking a break from football for just a moment, talking a little bit about some high school softball and volleyball for you. And Luther, GHSA softball, another busy week coming up this week. A lot of matches taking place today, tomorrow, of course, Tuesday, September 11th, and then throughout the rest of the week.
Yeah, there's tons going on tomorrow. I think we've got 2 teams playing today. It's been tough years for some of our locals, but they're fighting hard, getting better. The individual athletes are putting up some good numbers. Gilmer, I think we've got their record down there, but they're playing hard. Hannah Bennett was 4 for 4 in a game last week, and just really led them to a good win. I mean, they're stepping up. They're getting off the cobwebs of the off season. About now, everybody. I mean, everyone's stepping up. Of course, you've got your Heritage and your, Ringgold, and those that are just powerhouses. Heritage is undefeated and #1 in the region, and they're like 10-1.
Right.
So they're pretty good.
Tough mountain to climb, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Mount Everest has nothing on Heritage right now. I'm just telling you, they are big. But they have been beat. I did an article on Pickens game the other day. They beat Pickens, and I did an article. They've got one loss.
Right.
So that proves they are not invincible.
Yeah.
And,
as you get, this time of year, just like football, we're starting to see the final non-region games wrapping up, I guess, this week, and then we really hit the ground running next week with region play. Same thing, really, for softball, volleyball. A lot of these region matches are really going to start kicking in.
Well, and with football and of course volleyball and softball as well. Softball, you play more region matches, kind of in the first of the season than you do. Football or volleyball, things like that. But as BKP said, that's when you get out there and you get to see what works.
Yep.
When opening night starts, the coach of this team has this player in as my starter because he's performed very well in practice. But that can change quick in the game. Yeah. So as BKP said, that's when you get to try things out. You get in softball, you get to try your younger pitchers out and see, okay, can I bring them in the fifth inning?
Sure.
You get to try your first baseman, that may actually be better at third because your third baseman may be having a bad game. So, or whatever the case may be. So non-region's very vital.
Yep.
But, we are cranking everything up. It's going to get tough for every school because, every game counts. These really count.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah. Here's the week ahead right here. Pickens 6-9 overall, 2-5 in region. Slow start, but plenty of ball to be played. They're going at it Tuesday at Lafayette. Gilmer 4-6 overall, just 1-4 in the region. Looking to pick up another region win. They've got Heritage, of course, Monday being today. If you're watching the show live, White County. They've got Clark Central today. Lumpkin County, they're at Dawson tomorrow. Lumpkin's off to a great start at 12-3 overall, 4-1 in the region. So obviously they're having a great start. Dawson taking on Lumpkin tomorrow. Fannin at home against Chestatee today. Big ball game there. The Lady Rebels 5-8 overall, but 3-3 in region. That's really the main thing that you're looking at there. Murray today against North Murray, so an inter-county matchup taking place on Monday the 10th. And both teams right now really needing a region win. I mean, Murray just 1-10 in the region. They've had a really tough go of it, 3-13 overall. North Murray a little bit better, 8-8 overall. They've already played a lot of games, 4-7 in region. So that'll be a fun one to watch. Those two go at it and throw the records out.
You can. You don't get no more rivalry than that.
Right, yeah.
You really don't. So the girls are going to be pumped and ready. But one quick note on the Gilmer, 1-4 in the region. Yeah. They've lost some tough games. Recently against Northwest Whitfield, they were up, doing well, 1 inning.
Right.
Controversial calls by the umpires. Coach Charles, discussing it with them about whether a batter stepped out of the box or not. That one call that went against Gilmer.
Yeah.
And it's a judgment call on the umpire's portion. Once the front line of the box is, kind of kicked away, it goes strictly judgment on the umpire.
Right.
Gilmer player was called out. Northwest Whitfield player was not called out. So that was the controversy. But that one call that did not go in Gilmer's favor has to deflate the girls. But, they played hard. They continue. And give credit to Northwest Whitfield. They started absolutely hitting the ball. Their eyes and bats found that ball, made the contact, and put it where they needed to. So, you can't take nothing away from them in that game at all. But Gilmer's real close to having a winning record in region, just for these tight ball games. So.
Sounds good. Let's switch gears, talk volleyball real quick, too. High school volleyball going on, and a lot of things. We've talked about the success that Fannon's had over the last couple of years. They're 19-10 overall, so maybe not as dominant as they've been over the last couple of years, but nonetheless still a good season. They've got East Hall and Dawson this week, Lumpkin with Rabun this week, Gilmer with Lafayette and Cass, Dawson with Fannin East Hall this week. Pickens has a match on Tuesday at Southeast Whitfield, White County and West Hall this week, Murray at Calhoun, and North Murray taking on LFO. Most all these matchups taking place on Tuesday, the 11th this week. And then, of course, in North Carolina, Murphy, they got Smoky Mountain today, and Hiwassee Dam, they've got Nantahala today as well. So we're also crossing state lines now. Everyone playing volleyball. It's great to see. Great sport. A lot of action. Everything's a point. It's one of those games as a spectator, man, you really got to like.
Well, I'll tell
non-stop,
It is. Last Saturday, I was able to go by and just go in. Pickens had a little meet going on there, both varsity and JV, and I was able to stop in. And I've watched volleyball.
Yeah.
I love to watch it. It's exciting. being a reporter and working the camera trying to get pictures, oh my goodness. Now, I haven't got them uploaded to Facebook yet. I was hoping, Lord, I forgot the coach's name right offhand. Forgive me for that. If you know her, I apologize. But she was trying to get the highlights and the stats to me and did not. I do need to go ahead and put those pictures up, and I will as soon as the show's over and I'll make it back to the office today. But talking about Gilmer, they're young. Very young team, fairly new program. They've got a long road to hoe to get where they want to be. But Coach Park said these non-conference games, they played some bigger schools in Habersham and things of that nature. And looking forward to region against Lafayette starting this week. She's really looking forward to the fact that their training and the level of competition they've played will come into play in this, because she says her girls has gotten better.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to an exciting season. And just Team FYN Sports Facebook, GilmerFetcherNews.com.
There you go.
There'll be some stories on there, some pictures on there where you can follow them. I'll get them on there just as quick as I possibly can.
That's right. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter as well. Yep, Team FYN Sports, especially on Friday nights for high school football. One cross-country note, too, the Pickens High boys competed across state lines and finished 5th overall out of 25 teams at a meet in Bowling Green, Kentucky this past weekend. So putting on some miles there, and occasionally you'll see some of the sports, do that. They'll get that travel data in there, particularly with cross country. So
I want to add one note to that as well. If you're watching today or later in the week and you know a coach from one of the high schools that we cover, as we've mentioned in softball, volleyball, we've got all the teams there, or you have an athlete or know an athlete, please try your best, and if you can, think about it. Write down the stats for these, their times if you can get them. Talk to the coaches, get them to send them to FYNSportsLuther@gmail.com, and I'll highlight them. I've got emails out to all the coaches, of course, with teaching and practice and the meets and all that. They're not going to say they're slow getting back to me.
Right. It's tough sometimes, and understandably so. But
it's very tough, yes. And so I've got emails out to all the coaches. I want to highlight more, of course. Dave, knows someone at Pickens very well. I believe your stepson runs for Pickens. So those results are readily available to him for our show. But I would like for y'all to contact me, FYNSportsLuther@gmail.com. Give me those results where I can highlight more. Yeah. There's nothing out there on Max Preps. A lot of the school websites don't have anything out there on it as far as schedules or results or anything.
Sure.
So please reach out to me, or you can email us at our show email here as well.
Yep.
And we'll do that. But I know we're missing a lot of cross country. Those guys and girls need to be highlighted and brought to the forefront as well, and I want to do that. I'm just not getting the information.
There we go. That's what he's here for, folks. Let's wear them out. Let's use them.
I'll check 100 emails a day. I'm okay with
there
that.
That's
part of my job.
Team FYN Sports at FetcherNews.com. Let us know what's going on out there. We appreciate it. We're going to take our final break, and when we return, we are going to talk a little bit about who is where this Friday night. Stay with us.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
When I'm with you, baby, are you out of my head?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Days ahead. It's Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and we're giving you a payload of savings. Now save up to $13,000 off new Silverado Crew Cab LT, and with Days Payment Vacation, make no payments for 90 days. Or save up to $7,400 off new 2018 Chevy Equinox. It's Truck Month in the mountains. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper today, the North Georgia Mountains #1 volume Chevy dealer.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Back here with the program. We have just a couple minutes left, so we got to fly through this final segment. Appreciate you guys tuning into this hour. It is the only live online hour of sports talk in North Georgia, and it's also the fastest. Man, we run out of time every week. There's always so many things to talk about, and we may have to look at extending this show at some point. But,
I don't think that we're held to an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, FCC's not getting us, being that we're on our own channel. So I say we just go ahead and run over 10, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, I don't. Josh may have lunch plans, though. I don't know. We'll
that's
have to
okay.
see.
We'll order it.
May have something going on there. But high school football again this week. A lot of matchups going on. Gilmer, of course, off. They've got 2 weeks now ahead of that region opener for them against the Pickens Dragons. Speaking of Pickens, of course, they've got the home game against Chamblee. 7 home games for the Dragons this year. And again, they are 3-0 going into that matchup against the Bulldogs. Fannin will be at home against Chestatee this week. Chestatee 0-3 coming in, so a great opportunity for the Rebels to pick up a win there. Towns will be at George Walton Academy. They're 3-0, so it'll be a test definitely for a pretty good Towns County team. White County at home against North Hall. 1-2 White against a 3-0 North Hall team. But, as BKP said, White County's got some athletes. They're just young, but they got a good team. Union County coach Brian Allison, by the way, with his 100th win last week, picked up 101 Friday night against Fannin. They're at Monticello. Lumpkin at Dawson will be an interesting matchup. Murray County at Cahulla Creek. Both teams there 0-3. Good chance for the Indians of Murray to pick up a win, perhaps. And North Murray at home against Calhoun. That'll be a tough matchup. Obviously, we know how good Calhoun is, but North Murray's played some good ball here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a surprise in that one. And then, real quick, North Carolina Murphy at home against Greenwood, and Cherokee, North Carolina at Smoky Mountain. A 2-1 versus a 3-0 there. Should be good.
Quick note.
Yep.
I know we don't cover Cahulla Creek or Coahulla, or I'm never going to pronounce that right. You can tell me 1,000 times and I'm going to miss it. But I will say, we've talked about Gilmer's struggles. Cahulla Creek has struggles of their own. They're going to be playing hard to try to get a win there against Murray, but they're on a 29. But I don't know what happened Friday night. I'm assuming I've heard that there was a loss there. That would put them at 0-30.
Right, yeah.
Supposed to be the longest losing streak in the state of Georgia. So, Murray, we're pulling for you, but at the same time, deep down inside, you got to pull for the Creek. You have to pull for the Creek.
If you like the underdog. Underdog, definitely. No doubt about it.
As we were talking during the break, and I know we've got to go here in just a moment, but, Gilmer struggles that they've been going through over the last couple of years, and, of course, unfortunately this year they are 0-4, playing better every game. Spoke with a player, and as I told him, I would tell the Cahulla Creek players the same thing. You've got the heart or you wouldn't be here. Working on it in your head.
Yep.
These teams, you play the game to see who's going to win because you don't know. If you knew you were going to lose, there'd be no need to play.
Right, absolutely.
So you've got the heart because you're there. Work on the head. Put it in your minds, guys, both Gilmer, Cahulla Creek, some of these other teams that are starting off slow, you can win.
Yeah.
You know how to play football. You have to play with that heart and head on the same level and that same intensity from the opening kickoff to the end.
Yep.
Don't give up. Keep fighting hard.
There you go. The Team FYN Sports Game of the Week this week is the Chamblee Bulldogs at the Pickens Dragons, and of course our eyes will be on that one, as well as all of our games going on in North Georgia and throughout our viewing area. And we appreciate you guys tuning in today to this week's edition of the Instant Replay. Monday through Thursday, our live show, of course, is on Monday at 10 a.m., but you can view Monday through Thursday, 10 to 11, right here on FYNTV.com. And remember, we're always highlighting and promoting student athletes in a positive way. And if it happens in North Georgia, we're all over it. That's right. Especially this guy right here. And as he mentioned, go ahead and email him, teamfynsports@fetchyournews.com. That's going to wrap things up for this week's show. For Luther Kinsey and for Josh Behind the Glass, and for our special guest today, BKP, I'm Dave Garner saying so long, everyone. We'll do it again next week.